How's everyone doing? Everybody hear me okay? If anybody's got any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer them. Or if you guys just want to shoot the poop, I'm okay with that also. I'm in southeast South Dakota, particularly the Crooks Hartford area, Cody. Brandon, generally when I'm plowing snow, I I take and run my blade just about halfway back. If I get in really deep snow, then I'll roll my blade all the way back, and that way I got the most uh, cast of getting the snow out of there. How you doing, Jim? Yeah, Jim, I got the wing and got the V plow on my cat machine, and then on the deer, I got the wing on there, and then I got my 12-foot one way on there. So pretty much ready to roll whenever the wind dies down. It's they're talking another 3 inches of snow tonight, and then 20 to 40 mile an hour winds tomorrow till at least 4 o'clock. So I doubt I do much till probably tomorrow night, more than likely. JF Brixie, what cutting edges do I run in the wintertime? I have a set of the double carbide, 1 inch thick with the carbide insert. I got a set that's kind of chipped up. I run them in the wintertime. That way I don't have to change blades very often. And on rare occasion we get ice, or if I got to go out and cut hard pack in the spring, I'll put on a set of serrated blades, or use the rotating bits or that cat bit system to cut the ice and hard pack. But for the most part, I run with the double carbides. Yes, I have used carbides on some asphalt. Haven't used them on a lot, but haven't really had any trouble. I think they would definitely hold up a lot better than like a traditional steel edge would on asphalt. You're not going to be able to probably cut as good, but wear life would be greatly extended with a carbide, I would think. I got a new video for you guys coming in the morning. That'll be coming out. Kind of show getting the blades ready for moving snow. I can put the one way on this afternoon there and just kind of did a video of that. Hopefully, get some pretty good snow plowing videos here coming for you guys next 3-4 days. Brandon, I do not run the rotating bits all year long. Generally, I just run them in the spring to get the roads kind of groomed quick, get your gravel mixed up. But generally, I take them off by second week of June most times. I have my rotating bits off. And then I switch back to my regular double carbide edges. You're welcome, Jim. Glad you liked that video. I'm hopefully be getting a new machine this coming spring here, so I hopefully get the township talked into buying me a new rubber tire packer. Hopefully they'll go with a walk and roll, but they're definitely not cheap. JB, most hours I've gotten on a set of carbides was like 1,200, and that's if you don't have a lot of rock. If you do have a lot of field stone and whatnot popping up through your roads, um, you will have a tendency to chip out as they, wear down or whatnot. But yeah, most I've had is about 1,100 to 1,200 hours on a set of them double carbides, which is extremely good if you ask me. Yeah, 300 hours, that's pretty good. You should probably see at least triple that, I would think. I'll throw this out there for anybody. Not sure if anybody on here goes to Con Expo out in Vegas, but I will be attending that Con Expo Con Egg in March, so I'll be out there for that show anyway. What do you do when the machine starts wheel hopping while pushing snow? Well, you pretty much just got to stop and start over, unfortunately. That's about the only way you can get out of that. Once it starts hopping, you just got to shut it, completely down and then start again and hope like heck it doesn't take off again on you. As far as the wheel hopping goes, that's main reason why I always have the V plow on up front or a one way, because you start hitting drifts and that your front end starts bouncing. It just contributes that back to your tandems, and then your moldboard starts jumping up and down, and not a good thing. That's why I'm a big fan of the one way plows for the front of the blade. I think every machine should have one. Uh, just amazing how much faster you can travel. And I find myself not even using a moldboard half the time because I can take that down within an inch or so to the gravel and I can cast it out past the fence a lot of times. So, you guys want to make a good investment, I would definitely recommend looking at a one way plow. I got you, Chelsea. Yeah, it's not very nice out there right now. I think we probably got the better end of the bargain now because people out in West River, South Dakota, they're not doing very good out there from the pictures I've seen so far. For anybody that doesn't know, Western South Dakota, they got between 12 and 36 inches of snow in certain parts of the state. And they're having the same kind of wind we are here right now. So you can about imagine what that's doing to the roads out there. It's not good. Greater boy, yeah, I've never been to Con Expo. Definitely looking forward to checking that out. I've always wanted to go, so me and my uncle we're going this year, and uh, definitely going to be cool to go to a show that size. And well, anybody like myself, I love looking at equipment, so be a great time out there. Hopefully, that's good to hear. I'm glad that my videos have been helpful for you. Where are you running grader at down here in the southeast part of the state? Also on the Con Expo, I think I'll be there 2 days, but from what I've heard, it's practically impossible to see that show in 2 days. So that'll be a lot of fun, and probably a lot of walking, and see some cool stuff there. Okay, Madison and Brookings area. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with up in that area. Know a few contractors up that way. No worries, Greater Boy. Yeah, Jim, I think a like a new walk and roll, like a WR95 for the back of like on the back of a ripper on a motor grader, kind of like what I have right now. I would say they're probably pushing that 31, 32,000, right in that range anyway. They're definitely not cheap, but the way I look at it, 32,000, you don't buy much material for that. And you can eliminate maybe a blading or two. Plus, it keeps your road so much better. So, definitely nice to have. Cody, you're out in northeastern Wyoming. Okay. Yeah, that wind, it definitely takes and blows everything right back in for you. And we won't even go out and touch anything here till the wind goes down because you're just wasting time at that point. Plus, you wouldn't be able to see anything with the wind that we're having right now. Schneider Excavating. Well, that sounds fun. Stay safe out there. Oh, geez, no frost in the ground over your way yet? Yeah, that's going to be challenging. I'm pretty fortunate here. We froze up pretty hard, and we ended up getting some rain earlier this week, and that actually kind of took a little bit of the frost out, but it got cold enough for it to snow, so it all froze back over. So don't have to deal with the thawed ground anyway. You got 7 townships, yeah. You got a little bit of ground to cover them. You guys getting the wind over there too, or not? I'm kind of hoping a lot of the local schools don't have school tomorrow because they're not going to have any plowed roads, unfortunately, if they decide to have it. If anybody's got any other questions, go ahead and put them down in the chat. Yeah, Grader Boy. Hopefully, we'll be ordering a new cap machine this coming spring here. Probably be ordering one that March time frame, if not earlier than that. I got one township that's looking to update anyway, so that'll be nice. Definitely looking forward to getting my hands on a new 150 to take and go out and try that machine out. From what I've heard, they're pretty much same thing as a 140 M3 anyway, just the newer version. Cody, yeah, all my machines have DEF now. Surprisingly, I haven't had much trouble with the DEF on the newer machines. It's been pretty straightforward, other than just having to put DEF in pretty much every 2 tanks of fuel for sure. Oh, wow. No wind. Okay, you got 7 inches of snow. Well, that's good. Yeah, I would think your snow wheels should take and keep you on top of the gravel. I know that one way I got with those oversized skid shoes, they got enough surface area on them that I can take and keep it up out of the gravel. So that's definitely nice. Yeah, we'll definitely have a white Christmas here, Jim. This storm here ends tomorrow, and then they're talking another 1 to 3, possibly this coming Wednesday, and then wind again. So once our ditches are full, it's pretty much every time we get a strong wind or a couple inches of snow, we got to go out and clean roads again. So could be a long winter if we don't get any warmth to take and crust the snow over to keep it from blowing. Yeah, I've heard that, Grader Boy, that they're just about a year or 9 months out. Okay, you guys been going with the 140s? See, we talked about going with the 140, but we run a machine 5 years in our market around here anyway. Everybody wants that. The old 140 is now the new 150, so we're probably going to go with the 150 size machine because a lot of our dirt contractors, they want a machine that size. So we'll probably just stay with the current 140 and to go into a 150 anyway. I wouldn't be opposed to going to 140, but if we're going to take and get the resale back out of it, we might as well stay with what we got. Yeah, I was pretty nervous on with the DEF and everything. not having much issues with it. So I probably just jinxed myself, but I've got just about 3,300 hours on that 2016 140 M3 and haven't had any issues with it. Yeah, there's a pretty big price difference between the 140 to the 150. It's kind of crazy that there's that much price difference between them when there's really not that much difference in machines. But a little bit bigger, you got to pay more money for it. It'll probably scare us when we go to trade anyway. I've heard new blades went up like 25% from a couple years ago, so they got to be getting up in that $400,000 or $500,000 range, I imagine. Okay, that's a nice blade, Jim. Yeah, 672. I played around with the smart grade machines a little bit. Very nice machines. I kind of got a bad taste in my mouth from John Deere right now, though. I've had nothing but trouble with that 2020 772 I got. Uh, my dealer's been great. You know, they've gotten it back going for me, but 1,100 hours, and that thing's been in the shop 5 or 6 times this summer. And it's just, I really hope it keeps running this winter because that machine goes down in the winter, we're in trouble. Okay, yeah, they increased it in September. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me any. What the heck hasn't gone up lately? Getting kind of crazy out there. I'll kind of go on a little bit of rant about the John Deere machines if anybody wants to listen to that, but I hate bad mouthing, competitors and whatnot. But just this last year now with it, I had the seal fail between the axle and the transmission. And so it was pushing axle oil into the transmission. So they had to take and fix that. I got that fixed. And not even a month later, the transmission was gaining oil and I was losing engine oil. So the rear main seal failed on the engine into the transmission. So I was having to add about a gallon of oil every 10 hours, which on a machine with 1,100 hours is crazy. But my dealer fixed that up, took him 2 weeks to do that. So, and I've gotten the machine back now, and I can't say, I've had any other issues with it, but hopefully it keeps running this winter anyway. Okay, Grader boy, you got a new GP in 11. Okay. Yeah, John Deere, they've come a long ways with their motor graders, but I just don't think they're there yet with the, compared to Cat, with the ease of the control. I know, like, when it comes to blading, I can blade 5.5 mile an hour with my Cat all day long, nice stable machine. And I get in my Deere machine, and I'm lucky if I can go 4.5, and the dang thing wants to get unstable on you. I've tried all kinds of different air pressures. Just haven't had that much success with it. Okay, Cody. Yeah, 140M's a great machine. Pretty hard to beat that. Yeah, Jim, I can believe that. With all the GPS and then all the options on there, it definitely gets expensive in a hurry. Okay, so you're in an M2. Yeah, I spent quite a bit of time in an M2. They're a great machine, also. I know John Deere, they've really been pushing the premium circle, which I am a big fan of, but they say that it's got a bunch more torque than what, like a standard circle would have. But I got a couple of friends of mine that live or operate for a couple townships not very far from me, and I've played around with their machines, and I don't see any difference between circle strength of the deer compared to the cat, anyway. But I'm sure, like my John Deere dealer, they'll probably come in quite a bit cheaper than what my cat is. But thankfully, I don't think we don't have to take low bids. So I'll probably end up having a new cat machine come. I've also found out in the wintertime now, we had a little bit of ice earlier this week, and I had to go out with my Deere machine and cut some ice off of some intersections. And on the Deere machine, their all wheel drive does not engage until your rear wheels have slipped at least twice revolutions around. And at that point, it's pretty much not even worth having six-wheel drive, if you ask me. Where on the cat, the second you let off on your clutch, your front end engages. Uh, that's a lot better design, if you ask me. Jim, on my cat machine, I prefer to have my the joystick controls. And like in my deer, I like having the fingertip controls. Not a big fan of the deer joysticks. I just can't get the hang of them for some reason. Schneider, I normally run like this time of year when I got my wing on and my cat, I go to 55 on the wing side and then 55 up front and then 45 on my left tandems. And that seems to balance out pretty dang good. And then, like in the summertime, I'll run 40 up front, and then I'll run 45 on the right tandems and 45 on the left tandems. That seems to balance out pretty dang good. Another thing that I like over the cat to the deer is on their all-wheel drive. when you go around the corner on the cats, it speeds up your outside tire when you turn. So it actually helps you corner better, where on the deer, both tires are driving the same. So it kind of wants to fight you around the corner. And another thing that I've had happen on the deer and six-wheel drive, for some reason, it really wants to hop bad. So I don't know why it does that, but I just not very pleased with the deer lately, I guess. The only thing I like about the deer is it's got the kick-ass, really bright LED lights, and I ain't got enough good to say about them. I really like them. Greater boy, yeah, I've found myself saying that more than once. John Deere is good at making tractors, and they should probably stick to that. Yeah, I don't know why Cat ever got involved in the egg market, really, but they definitely do that. See, man, yeah, I have stayed in the township shed before. If we get a really bad storm come in or whatever, uh, I'll take and stay in the office area or whatever. It's got to get pretty crappy before that happens, though. Like I always figure is with the township roads, if nobody can get down the state highways or the county highways, there really ain't much sense in going out and cleaning the gravel roads because they can't go nowhere anyway. So a lot of times, if I can't make it to my shop from my house, which I'm only about 15 minutes away from all my townships, so if I can't get there on state or county roads, they'll just have to wait till I get there. I'm starting to think that, Jim. Yeah, I got that during the COVID era, so who knows what the heck happened, but I just haven't had very good luck with it, I can tell you that much. Gen X, yeah. I take it you like John Deere, which there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, Jacob. Right now we probably got a good 4 inches on the ground right here now. It's kind of hard to measure when the wind's blowing it sideways and everywhere else. So that's what my guess is. How's things up your way? Probably a lot crappier up your way. Well, that's good, Gen X. I'm glad to hear that you've been liking that 872 and it's been treating you good. Yours was made on January 2nd. Oh boy. Yeah, I could see that machine being bad. You'll have to tell me what you're using for studs. I definitely want to look into that a little bit more. God, I dug my tire chains out since we had all that freezing rain there earlier in the week here. Man, I don't want to have to put chains on if I don't absolutely have to. I think studs would get a guy by with six-wheel drive. Yeah, if you get 12 inches and that kind of wind, that's going to make a heck of a mess for you guys up there. Thanks for stopping in, Jim. Have a good dinner and happy holidays to you too. We'll be as safe as I can. Probably be working some long hours here next couple days here. No, Jacob, I haven't had a chance to make a rake yet. Hopefully, that'll be a January project if we don't keep on getting snow like we have been anyway. That's good. God, I'd love to be working roads right now. Yeah, sounds like the cold air is definitely coming in the next week or so. They're talking a high like next Wednesday and Thursday at 5 below zero for us, and double digits for below zero at night. So the deep freeze is definitely coming. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into them, Jacob. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, that's pretty cold for us. I really hope we don't get any snow over that course of time. Although I do like plowing snow when it's that cold because everything works good. It doesn't stick to nothing, and as long as the machine stays running, you're fine. I also got a, new piece of snow equipment coming here. It's supposed to be here sometime in January, I think, but I got a Falls XPR plow coming. So it's a two-way plow, so I can go left or right with it, and it's got a beveled end on each side. So I think that's really going to be nice for minimal drifting and just where we get all the snow on the road with no wind. That's really going to boost up your production for sure. So excited to get that, and I'll definitely do a video when I get that plow. I was hoping I'd have it for now because it'd really work great for the snow that we got going on right now. V plow is probably overkill for a lot of the snow that we have right now, but that's all I got. And got to have something to cut the finger drifts. Otherwise, you start bouncing. And much rather have a one way up front. You can see a lot better, but I'll make do with the V plow anyway. No, Grader Boy, it will not make it into a V plow. It'll kind of act as one with it in straight mode. It'll kind of push it to both sides in a way, but it'll be interesting to see how well it works. I just like the option of having to be able to go left or right with it. If you have like a 10, 15 mile an hour wind blowing at you, I can articulate and just angle it to the left and then use my moldboard and the wing on the other side and eliminate a lot of that snow dust coming back in the windows. Okay, thanks for telling me that, Jacob. I'll have to look into them. Those would be a lot better than having to put chains on. Okay, I was wondering how you were putting them in there. Yeah, I'll definitely make a video on that plow when I get that grader boy. I'm excited to try it out. Should be a nice tool to have. Surprisingly, it's pretty cost effective. I think that XPR plow was 13 or 14,000. It's really not that terrible bad for what you're getting. I thought we're getting the 12-footer. Oh wow, $100 for 1,000 of them? Heck, that's pretty reasonable. Yeah, if it gives you that extra traction where you don't have to put chains on, definitely be well worth the investment. I've seen one other guy run studs up in Canada on his machine, and he's had pretty good luck with them. Yeah, that's my thoughts also, Grader Boy. I think I'll use that XPR plow 90% of the time. I think you're still going to have V plow around for when you get the really heavy drifting and whatnot, where the roads are completely blocked. But I'd say 90% of the time you can get by with that directional plow. Jacob, can you ask how many studs are you putting in a blade tire? I've never put studs in, so I couldn't answer that, but okay. Yeah, Jacob, he said depends on your tire pattern, 100 to 300 studs per tire anyway. Yeah, 10 cents a piece. I mean, that's a pretty cheap investment, really. I can tell you one thing, my new machine, when we ordered that, that's definitely going to have the Michelin Snow Plus tires on it. Not having them on any machine right now, man, it makes a hell of a difference. I find myself having to use six-wheel drive just about all the time to control myself and keep on the road. But with Snow Plus tire, I had that on my old Deer, and heck, I very rarely use the all-wheel drive on the front. That's why I'm kind of complaining about it now. I never realized how much it sucked until you actually need it. Yeah, I agree, Jacob. Fortunately, I won't be siphoning them. I'll just kind of run with what I got, I guess. If it comes to the point where I have to put chains on, I will. Uh, Hopefully, I can get by without chains anyway. I'm thinking next week, if it gets cold, we got quite a bit of snowpack on the roads now with in that ice earlier. I'm thinking about putting my cat bit system on and then taking go around and just kind of scratch all my roads once I get everything cleaned up here and try to bring some rock up and give them a little bit of traction. Hopefully that'll help me from having to chain up later in the winter anyway. Yeah, I've talked to a couple guys like up in Canada. I know it's a big thing. They'll take and have an extra set of rims and they'll buy like the Michelin Snow Plus tires and they'll swap their tires out in the fall and put the Snow Plus on. That makes sense. It'd be an investment, but if you could get 10, 12 years on a set of them snow tires, it'd probably be worth the investment buying the extra rims and whatnot. Biggest thing is you'd probably have to keep them inside. Okay, yeah, I've seen a couple machines with the Bridgestones on there. You like them pretty good, Grader Boy? I've talked about looking into them instead of the Michelin. That's the only complaint I got from the Michelin is their sidewalls are kind of the weak point in them, and you get a little more bounce to them. But they're a dang good tire. It's hard to beat them, that's for sure. Okay, that's good to hear. I'll have to do a little more research on that tire. If I'm pretty sure I've seen a couple of them on some of the county machines where I did some blade training this summer at, they had that Bridgestone type tire, very similar to what a Snow Plus is. But yeah, if they got a little better sidewall and you don't have the bounce and they provide you great traction, that's definitely the route to go. I really like that cat bit system. I generally don't run it much in the summertime. I put them on generally about the first of May time frame into April, right in there, and I run them till about the first week or two of June, and then I take them off and put my regular double carbides on. But that cat bit system, it's definitely expensive, but they do a very good very good job of working up the roads nice and mixing material. Sounds good, Grader Boy. Thanks for stopping in. Merry Christmas to you also. Stay safe down there, buddy. Okay, that's good. Yeah, they're definitely not cheap, but they do a really nice job. Do you know what kind of tooth did you go with? Did you go with the wide ones or the narrow ones? I got the narrow ones on mine and really like them. Sounds good, Daryl. Thanks for stopping by. Merry Christmas to you also. Okay. Yeah, the wide ones, you'll definitely get your extended life out of them. You'll have to let me know how you like them. I went with the narrow ones because mainly I'm just using them to work up the roads in the spring. You know, I want that scarifying action and mixing the gravel and everything. Where I really like them is the roads that I pull shoulders on. I take and use them to mix all that material together, and they do a very nice job of that. Snyder, they do not offer wheels for that XPR plow, unfortunately. So I had to go with the skid shoes. I'm actually kind of working with Falls a little bit. I'm hoping they can fabricate something up so that I can have wheels uh, for that. I think that would be a lot better than skid shoes, anyway. Yeah, I'm running a 16-foot board with that cat bit style system. Last quote I got for the bits and then the mounting boards are really expensive. I think you'd be up in that $4,500 to $5,000 range with the cat system anyway. So definitely not cheap, but once you have it, you always have it. Left hand wing, Jacob. Boy, I don't know if I've ever seen one around here. I'm sure they sell one new, but you finding a used one might be pretty difficult. I'd probably look up in that, I don't know, out in Colorado, they might run them out there, but 13,000 for that bit system, huh? Wow. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, everything went way up. I know even my double carbides, they went up quite a bit too over the year. Yeah, I know them wheels are getting expensive, but I still think it's more cost effective than running a skid shoe anyway. Okay, 3,300 for double carbide. Yeah, that's not too bad. I used like 16 foot. I could get by with well, I think it was like 2,100 bucks a year ago. Yeah, I've seen a few state trucks with the left-hand wing. Those are kind of going away now with the new tow plows that they got out anyway. There's three of them in the Sioux Falls area right now, and pretty cool to watch going down the interstate, taking the whole interstate in one swath. Unfortunately, we got too many idiot drivers that don't like that. I'd say hands down my favorite like cutting edge system is that double carbide, and then if you want to take and get aggressive in the springtime, after you pull shoulders or just mixing your roads in the spring, that cat bit system with the smaller teeth or the like the no, I can't think of the name, but they're like a stinger teeth is what I've heard them call. They're the rotating carbide bits, like what I have on my front dozer blades. Those work really good in the springtime. What's good for supper in South Dakota tonight? Well, I'm gonna have some tater tot casserole actually tonight. I think it's just about done, so I'll probably have to jump off the live here pretty soon, guys. Brandon, what's my favorite grader to run? Hands down, cat. Deer, they've come a long ways with their machines, but definitely prefer the cat. Um, just the better lugging power, visibility out of the cab. The main complaint I got with the cat is I really wish they would take and make their joysticks mount to the seat like they do in the deer, and all your controls would float with the air ride seat. That would make the cat pretty much the best machine out there. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Hey, Snyder, thanks for stopping in. Merry Christmas. Have a safe night plowing snow out there. We'll talk at you later. Well, guys, with that, my supper's done, so I'm gonna take and go have some supper and watch some basketball tonight, and probably hit the bed pretty early, just in case I have to go out in the morning. But thanks everybody for stopping in, and we'll definitely do another one of these this winter. Uh, Everybody watch the video in the morning that's coming out, and we'll catch you on the next live stream, the next video. Hopefully, get some good video of snow plowing here in the next couple days. Would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Everybody have a safe week. We'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.